I think we should remove
London
that
Queen.
from the podcast.
No. You've said it now.
I like Coming Soon because I think that one is such a moment in time for me.
I mean, I can hear this from my actual ear. I can't even hear it through my headphones.
No way.
No, I'm giving myself chills right now. No. But I like
Chills.
chills, full body chills.
Stop.
Hi guys, welcome back to As Seen In.
Hey guys, welcome back. I'm so excited for this episode.
This is so exciting.
Literally got the specialist guest coming in today.
Such. Our first musical guest.
Yeah? Yeah, we've had a director, we've had an actor, and now we have a musician.
Yeah.
Our guest is Annie DiRusso, which is so crazy for me.
If you don't know Annie DiRusso, she has had a sold-out headline tour. She's opened for the likes of Declan McKenna, HAIM. Like, she's
Joe.
literally so many people.
So many.
I'm like, I just can't believe it. Do you want to tell? Oh, no.
Guys, I've spoken about Annie before on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I manifested this, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was in our first episode of season 3.
Where we were talking about music?
Yeah, we were talking about like, it was about Don't Worry Darling, but it was basically about everything we'd been like loving because it was our big break, after our big break. And I talked about Annie DiRusso then, so I've really manifested this.
Such manifest. But yeah, let's welcome our guest into the studio.
Yeah.
So excited to be
So
here.
excited, yeah.
Welcome to London.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
She's been here for a week,
Yeah.
but we'll pretend it's like welcome fresh off the plane.
I needed an official welcome though.
Yeah.
It feels
Now
like I
you
haven't
have
been
it.
here at all.
Thank
Yep.
you so happy for that.
How are you finding London?
I am loving it. I have been doing some touristy stuff, some other stuff, but it's my first time and it's been so lovely. Yeah.
Amazing. I'm so excited to have you here. We're both so excited.
Kaylee
Kaylee has such a story about manifesting
I
this.
have manifested this interview, I'm not gonna lie. I've spoken about you on the podcast before.
No way.
Yeah, I
What
have.
did you say?
Bad things.
Nasty things.
Terrible bad things. No, good things. We did like a welcome back episode we had like a big break where we didn't do anything. We were studying, we were busy, and then we came back and we were talking about like what we've been listening to. And I said, guys, Annie DiRusso, you have to listen. So you have had a mention before.
And the TikTok. How are you
And the TikTok. I made a TikTok.
Yeah, the TikTok I saw.
Yeah, because she commented and I was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, whatever. I saw the mention, and then my manager was like, "You're gonna be over there. You have to do it." And I was like, "Okay, I want to do
You were
it."
like, I'm going to be in London next week. I was like, emailing your manager right now. Like,
You should have seen the group chat after you commented.
Yeah.
Kaylee was like, guys, Annie commented. Like, it all kicked off.
I'm just, honestly, I have such good taste.
Very good taste.
So I feel like, I manifested.
Oh, and also, for the people listening who may not know of you and your music, do you want to give a brief introduction to who you are and what you do?
Sure. My name is Annie DiRusso. I'm an indie rock artist from New York, Nashville.
So cool.
Yeah, I play indie rock music, and I release it, play some shows, and yeah.
You're also
God,
our
so
first
fun.
international guest, by the way. Just hearing you
you
talk,
are.
I was like, first of all, it sounds
You
like
are.
I'm listening to a TV show.
Wait,
Yeah,
to me it
true.
sounds the same way.
Really?
Yeah. We'll get into this later,
Okay,
but I
okay.
used to really watch the British YouTubers.
No, stop.
way.
We were also involved in that.
No way.
Wait,
Yeah.
like Zoella?
So let's go through it. Yeah, Zoella, Thatcher Joe, Alfie
Joe
Days,
Suggs.
Marcus Butler, Naomi Smart,
No.
Casper Lee.
Casper Lee, the Harris twins, Jack and
Yes.
Finn.
Oh, they're so fair.
They're
Not gonna
so
lie,
fair.
London boy.
Yeah, another London boy. On my bus tour, they played
No,
London
stop.
Boy by Taylor Swift.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
Oh, we have so much to talk
Oh my
about.
gosh, wait, first of all,
Yeah, we have
speaking
so
of
much to
Taylor
talk about.
Swift, you went to the 1975 the other day.
Yeah, I did.
We were there also on the same night.
We were there,
We were
bitch.
literally there.
That was the greatest moment of all time.
I have never screamt more than I screamt in that day.
What is screamt?
Like,
Like the past
Oh, scream, screamt.
I don't know.
Scream, scum,
Yeah.
screamt.
Yeah.
You should have seen. Well, our faces were priceless.
I don't want to, like, I'm not making this up, but earlier in the show, you know how they have, like, something about you? And they had, like, the original
Sorry,
girl
your
come
voice
out.
is so good. What the hell?
Miss Carl. Is it Carly?
Is this on? You know how they have, like, the special guest come out, and it was,
Yeah.
like, Carly, right?
yeah.
The woman who originally sang it. My friend was like, it would be so cool if they had, like, a really famous female singer come out in every big city. And I was like, said to her, Yeah, like what if Taylor Swift was a special guest?
No way.
No, I'm giving myself chills right now.
No
But I
way.
literally
Chills.
chills, full body chills.
Stop.
But literally, then later in the show, it says knock 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 special guest, and it was Taylor Swift.
No.
Taylor Swift.
And I had literally said it like
Stop.
20 minutes before.
Yeah, you manifested her coming on.
Yes,
I
it
think so.
works,
I don't think she was going to
feel.
come on before you said that.
No, I don't think she was even in the
Flew
building.
in,
Yep.
literally. She said, "Oh, God, I'm getting a call."
For some reason, I feel like I have to be at the 1975 right now. Yeah,
yeah.
that's what she felt like.
Absolutely.
we were literally. I couldn't know because even thinking, I don't have actually many words though. I feel like everyone around us, I was a little bit stressed about it. I was like,
No, it was
Yeah, what did you guys do?
I grabbed. I think
screaming.
we were grabbing.
We were holding on to each other like.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of grabbing.
That was my first time seeing Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
At all, like in person, and she has just been iconic forever.
No, she has been. Yeah. I've seen her tours in like the US before, but I was in London. Like I've never been to London.
Yeah.
The last thing I'm expecting, except that I did
Yeah.
expect it, was to see Taylor Swift. I literally started climbing up the seats. I was like screaming. I blacked out. Like I have never reacted to
It
something
like
like
sets
that.
such a tone for the rest of the show because I was having the time of my life anyway. And
No,
then she
same.
came out and I was like,
Like the energy in that stadium was different after she came out.
Yeah, because then everyone knew
no.
she was there too.
Yeah.
It's like, so where's she now?
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
So where'd she go?
My friend, she sent me a meme. Oh, I hate the word meme, but a meme, and it was like I don't know. I just feel a bit.
What?
I feel like a I don't know meme.
I hate the word meme.
No, but like meme. Like what does that mean? Anyway, my friend sent me this video meme thing, and it was like hearing Harry Styles, Taylor Swift, and Phoebe Bridgers are in the audience tonight, and I was like, pardon. I was like, they're in the building. Like this is already a little bit like wins.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was for sure a
And
lot.
then when that happened, I was like, yeah.
And then the next night they didn't get a special guest.
And they
And
got
less
less
songs.
songs. Oh my god.
Really,
they
it was
got
less songs as well.
I don't know if it
That's
was just
so
'cause
awkward for the people that went
Yeah.
the next night.
everyone was like, I'm fine with it. No, you're not.
I had some
Don't
friends who went the next night, and I
lie.
was like, that stinks.
No, literally. It's like,
But you know
oh,
what? You can't
sorry.
have a special guest after Taylor Swift. Like I thought maybe Harry Styles would be the next night, but
I just
No.
feel like that brand he wouldn't associate with. I don't know.
okay, that's what my friend was saying too.
I don't know.
That would be cool though, because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, what?
Yeah,
Two
you wouldn't
worlds
expect
collide.
it.
But people know that Taylor's been a fan of them and vice versa, I guess.
Yeah. The
That's
classic, like she wore the 1975
Yeah.
shirt.
Oh, no,
Maddie
thinking-
wore it.
Thinking about that when
1989.
she was. Oh, I love it. Anyway, so
We've been
so
talking about
good.
them for a long time now.
Yeah.
Let's talk
So,
about
so
you.
good. Yeah,
I could talk about them all day.
so good. Where do you want to start?
I feel like you did your first like headline tour last year.
Yes.
How was that? And like, what's the difference between supporting for artists and doing your own show? Like, how have you found that?
I love both. For some reason, I really wanted to open for people for a really long time. Like since I was like 13, it was always my dream to like open for people. And so I opened for one of my favorite artists, Samia, at the top of the year. Do you guys know Samia's music? She's so incredible. You should check her out. And I've been a fan of her for years. So that supporting people is really exciting because you get to see usually someone you're a fan of like so many times and like learn so much from them and see what their audience is like. And then headlining is crazy. I did not expect that I was even going to be able to go on a headline tour. Like I'm so shocked that I went on a headline tour, and I was nervous before because when you're opening, like the crowds are the headliners. So it's like, oh, what are these people like? But then when you're headlining, it's like, okay, so what is my audience going to be like?
That's so true.
They're amazing. So they're
Did you come to England? I was gonna say, Miss Girl. I did not have the opportunity to see this.
Yeah, I hope soon though. I really want to play here. But yeah, the crowds were amazing. It was honestly really overwhelming for me because at the opening shows I did earlier in the year, like there'd be groups of people who knew the music and would sing along. But at the headline shows, like everyone knows the music. So everyone's like singing all the words. And I kept like forgetting the words because I was so distracted by it. But it was like the best time of my entire life.
That's so good. I feel like you're living the dream a little bit.
I think so. I was actually having a moment today because I like had a meeting this morning and then I had some time before I came over here. So I did walk to Buckingham Palace because I was like, I have to.
Of course.
And I had like a little moment and I was like walking, listening to some songs in my AirPods and I was like, whoa, here I am, Buckingham Palace. It's like a little
London Girl came true.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
fucking
exactly,
London
exactly.
Girl. I can't believe this. So, okay, I want to talk about, I saw a TikTok that you made, which was you saying that when you were younger, you used to write to Declan McKenna's team. Was that right? You manifested that. I feel like you did that a little bit. How did that come about?
It was honestly very true. Like when I was saying I really wanted to open for people when I was like in my teens, I used to like email like everybody and their mothers, like manager, whatever. And I didn't really understand who was who anyways, like on their team, so I would email everyone. And I was a huge, and still am a huge Declan McKenna fan. And like Brazil and What Do You Think About the Car, like huge for me.
So I love it.
And so I like emailed his team like, hi, my name is Annie DiRusso and I'm a 14-year-old singer-songwriter and I'd really like to open for Declan McKenna on tour. Like that would work. Like of course it didn't work.
What if you like called Taylor up?
Yeah, no, exactly. So what if you called Taylor up? That was me. So what if you emailed Declan up? So I did that and then I guess it did work just 8 years later. Of course. So it came around. They didn't find that email, but...
No, imagine if they're like,
yeah.
Actually,
sorry, he is going on tour. So sorry, it's been a minute. Looping back. But yeah, he had followed me on Instagram like a year ago or something. And then they asked me to go on the tour this summer and my manager called me. And I was actually on the way to go to see Paul McCartney, who's one of my favorite all-time artists.
Love.
With my family. We all went to see Paul McCartney this summer. Amazing. I pick up the phone and my manager was like, guess what? And I was like, you're fucking kidding me. Are you allowed to curse on this? Okay.
Yeah,
so it's like, you're fucking kidding me. And it was, yeah. And then it announced like really soon after that. And then
that's actually wild. It's me and my friend Ellie. She's very sad she couldn't be here today. But we saw that you were doing the Declan McKenna thing because we love Declan McKenna. And I was like, why is this not in England? Like,
I know,
but
I know.
I'm so happy for you. You.
Hey,
so glad I had such a good time. No, I did actually see Declan this summer at Sam Fender's headline thing.
Yeah.
In Finsbury Park, and it was really good. So fine, but I didn't,
their live show's
experience.
Insane.
So good. I love the outfits. I love it all so much. Cool. Yeah, really good. But
you see how you were saying from when you're supporting artists, you learn from them. What is your favorite piece of advice or something you've learned from the artists you've supported?
Oh my gosh, there's so much. I think I've learned a lot about how to tour because this was my first year like really touring. And I dreamt of it my whole life, but the reality of it can be like really hard because you're traveling and you're never really very comfortable because you're not in your own house and you're just like living out of a suitcase and you're not really getting a lot of sleep. So just like expectations about like how to treat yourself and being kind to yourself on tour and expectations for the shows because because you are like you're saying like living the dream. Like I'm playing these shows, people know my songs and sometimes it feels really weird because it doesn't feel like right. But it's just because you're like tired and sick and blah, 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 blah. But I think that I've learned probably from Samia. She gave me so many tips on touring. She sent me like this document before we left. And I just learned a lot about how to put on a show from her. Her show is so thought out and so emotional and also really funny. And then Declan and his band have been touring together for like 7 years.
Yeah, that is insane.
So I learned a lot about like band interaction and stuff like that. And they put on like a really almost kind of theatric in some ways shows. Like they have like these amazing outfits, a really cool backdrop. And the whole thing is just so cohesive with transitions and all of the instrumentation is like so exact. And it was so inspiring to watch every night. Like, I think I saw it 16 times, and I would do it again. I would, like, watch it another 16 times.
Stop. That is actually insane. I love a show that has more than just, like, the music, if that makes sense. Like, even, like, the 1975 show the other day, when you can visualize or there's, like, an extra element. Like, he did a whole theatrical piece, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I mean, the raw meat, the push-ups, climbing into the television,
Even them, like, turning off the lights. I thought that was amazing.
That was one of my favorite parts, too. Oh, chills.
So
yeah.
It's, like, small details. I feel like. But that's really insane.
You've even done like South by Southwest. I hear a lot of American artists talking about it as like kind of a rite of passage or something you do when you're like climbing up in the
I think so,
industry.
yeah.
How did you find that?
I liked South by. I wouldn't say it's my favorite thing I've ever done.
Ooh, how
So we did like 7 shows in like 5 days, which was fun. And the best part of South by was by far meeting the other artists, and that was like super cool, and seeing some shows. But the actual shows themselves, like the tickets are kind of expensive for fans to get access. So like the only way fans really get access is if they volunteer or they're like a student that gets in like with a free ticket. Otherwise, it's like a bunch of music industry people and they're kind of like watching you. Like you're like a little animal in a zoo. Like, and they're kind of like watching you and then like talking to their friend like, and you're like there and I'm like on stage like, I've already played a show today. Can you at least listen to me? Like, why are you here?
Yeah,
Do you think
that's
I'm going to want to work with you? You're talking through my set. But I also get it from their perspective because it's like they're spending the whole day going to shows and they have to like talk to people or whatever. But I think from my perspective, it definitely wasn't my favorite shows I've ever played. But I got to meet a lot of cool people and see cool things. So I did like the experience.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Do you have any like aspirations for this upcoming year in terms of shows you want to play or stuff like that? What do you want to do?
I want to go out on another headline run. And I'm going out on another run. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's announcing.
Come to London.
So it's in the U.S.
We fly out.
We fly out.
As you should.
I'm down.
I flew to be here today.
Yeah,
so.
just for this. Just for this.
I didn't happen to be in London or anything.
Thank you.
And I'm releasing a little project coming up here. And one of my aspirations actually is to tour over here. London is my number 2 city on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like LA and then London.
Is that for listening to musicians from?
Yeah, no, people, it's like where all my listeners are.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
It's all Kaylee.
It's me and Ellie.
you've made thousands of Spotify accounts.
Like, by the way, they're all me. So
You're working like all the time.
You literally come to London, I'm the first person there. And
You're the only person at the show. Yeah, that would be
I buy
awesome.
all the tickets, yeah. Okay, that's good though. US tour.
US tour and then some festivals. And I'm working on writing this year, like, because I have the next few months just to make music, which is super exciting because I was touring most of last year. And then hopefully touring over here.
But speaking of London, do you romanticize London just like as a place? Because I know for me, I like romanticize New York like there's no tomorrow.
So I just made a really weird mouth noise. Let's note that. I just made a weird mouth noise. I was just thinking about London. I do romanticize London, have my whole life. It's almost like a little embarrassing. Like I feel like since I've been here and been hanging out with people who live here, like it's a little bit like I need to reel it in.
You'll be the first to tell you that.
It kind of reminds me of like when have you been to LA?
No.
When I was 6, I don't think that counts.
I think it counts.
So tell me if you remember this.
Okay.
Like when I got off the plane in LA for the first time and like saw the trees, like the palm trees and stuff, I felt like I was in a movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's how I was so like that with LA and I feel like the
Definitely.
same way here for sure. Like it's like
gosh.
stuff that I've really seen, I feel like a ton.
Yeah.
And like even the accents, like I love them, like the whole thing.
Hello, everyone. Oh, I love it. I love that that's the... I wish I could hear our accent from
an
a
outside
different
perspective.
POV.
But
It's amazing.
It's interesting though because I feel like with us, we're inundated with like American media, so we grow up watching everything American, whereas I don't think like the British TV and film
Well,
scene
I
is
don't
as
think
big.
it's as much, but I do think that like it does cross over. For instance, in my youth, I consumed a lot of British media, including the British YouTubers.
Oh, I'm so happy
So
this
the
has
really
come up
serious British media I did consume.
again.
Um,
Yeah.
and then
Disney
also like, you know,
stuff.
of course, Harry Potter.
Oh, true.
And then like
Yeah.
British music too.
Oh, nice.
That's true.
What British musicians do you like?
One Direction.
Of course.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think that, especially when I was in middle school, which in the U.S. is like when you're 10 to 13-ish.
Okay, 7 to 9. Year 7 to 9?
Yes, 7.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, beginning of
Middle school.
secondary.
That's when I was like really into like the whole UK thing. Like I think I had a necklace that was your flag.
Oh my goodness.
And I hate
Charlie
to say
XCX
that.
with
I
Ian
think we
Ashfield.
I think
Oh,
we
yeah?
should remove
London
that
Queen.
from the podcast.
No. You've said it now.
Yeah. But that's my truth. So I
Okay.
did have like it was like I was really into One Direction. I loved Ed Sheeran so
Okay,
much
fair.
when I was
Okay.
like 10,
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the British YouTubers. I was like kind of a William and Kate stan.
Oh, that's one thing that I think is funny because I get even we were like YouTube fanatics,
facts.
but the fucking royals.
I feel like British
It's
people
because we don't have them.
Yeah,
It's because we
I
don't
know,
have them. It's
I
like
know.
just so like
So
foreign
funny.
and so exciting. And like I stayed up with my best friend whatever year they got married because of time difference. Like
Yeah.
I think we woke up at like 3 a.m. and like made it a whole event. Like we made tea and like watch.
I was in Windsor when Prince Harry and Meghan got married
way.
because I worked at Legoland. Yeah,
Right,
my
right.
humble beginnings. Thank
course,
you.
of course.
I worked at Legoland in Windsor, and obviously we were open on the day of the wedding, and we were live streaming it, and it
were
was
live streaming
yeah. Well, I mean, I was there. might as
work-
well.
your work was
like
live
at work, they were live streaming it, so I remember that very vividly. And knowing you were up, choosing.
Oh, I was up.
to be
For the
there.
William and Kate one, you were up.
Yep.
For both.
For both.
No, I didn't watch the Meghan and Harry. Well, I probably watched clips of the Meghan and Harry one, but I'd
Okay.
kind of fallen out of my like
mean, yeah.
big
Yeah.
Anglophile
Thank
phase
gosh.
by then.
Fine.
But I did really stay up and watch the William and Kate one.
That's so interesting to me.
That was
Yeah,
a
it's
long
like
time ago.
so crazy of me. Like thinking back on it
No.
now, I'm like, whoa. But to like me, it wasn't even real. It was like this kind of. It was just like media. It was like I was watching a TV show or something.
Yeah, I get you. That's the thing. I feel like a lot more British people don't care
Yeah.
about the royal family compared to American people. But like, there's still some fanatics here. Like, we have some
Yeah.
people who just like ride or die for the royals.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah,
Like, it's so strange.
No offense to those people. That's so weird.
so weird.
I do
cute-
want to read Prince Harry's book.
Have you heard the clips?
No, the
The Elizabeth Arden clip.
the Todger on the Todger.
The Todger, the cream on the Todger.
Who approved this?
I couldn't. I was scrolling through Twitter and I played it, and I think I read the quote first. And I was like, no, this is fake. Ha ha ha. Then I
yeah.
listened to it. And that was his voice
literally
in
thought
my
it was
ears.
like a fake deep.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
No,
Because people were saying it was Gordon Ramsay, and I was like, no, I hear it. Maybe this is just like a parody type of thing.
No.
But it was
Yeah.
so real. I need to listen to that.
it was like makes me need to read the whole book.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm buying it here. I want to buy it here.
It's half price in foils. Went there the other day.
Okay, why is it half price already?
I think that they know that they'll sell. So it's
Yeah.
like if we half price it now, they'll fly off.
Imagine
the
how much
shelves.
money he's gonna make from this.
I don't even.
I know.
And that new Netflix thing too. I haven't watched
Yeah, I
that.
haven't
I
watched
watched
it
it.
either.
I watched it.
What'd you
I
think?
Binged it. I mean, I personally really like them both. So
Yeah. I like them too.
power to them.
If I had to say, I totally made the switch from Will and Kate to.
Oh, yeah,
Frank,
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
such that.
the
Your
second-
storyline.
The second Meghan came onto the scene, I was like, yeah.
No,
Harry,
same.
Meghan,
Big
yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Well, I liked Suits so much as well. So I watched
Oh,
Suits
really?
when I
I've
was
never
younger,
watched
and
it.
I was like, my girl is a royal.
I've never seen it, but I've seen some clips since knowing of her.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
No,
come
she's
on, Meghan.
legend.
She is.
But that book is concerning, I think.
I'm gonna buy it for the flight home. Just fly through it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so do you want to talk about the big five?
Yeah, so
Sorry, my hands are my hands are kind of red.
for you to written something, no, it sounds like
I have
okay.
So I didn't write anything to my. Like I have to re-dye my hair every time I shower, and I'm like,
Conversation
why is
starter,
my
conversation
hands? If conversation dies out,
Yeah.
say blank, blank,
It's
blank.
like first date notes. I've never been on a first date, so I would not understand that. But
Well, you do. You have to write stuff on your hand.
yeah. I didn't date, by the way, guys. If you're wondering, I know you're wondering. I don't date.
Why?
I can't be bothered.
You can't
I
be bothered
can't
to
be
date.
bothered.
You know what?
No.
I'm trying to make 2023 my year of dating.
Yeah,
love
because
that
you
for
can
you.
write songs out of it. I just get
No, I
depressed
don't want to write
after.
songs about it. Have you heard my songs? They're so
Yeah, I
sad.
love them.
I don't need.
Yeah, they are sad. And they're like, "Ah!" 9 months. I remember. I think it must have been the first one we heard, and then I went back through the discography, and I remember being like, What's the line that you say in 9 months? Is it 9 months? Something about like lying on your floor and not getting up. I was like, me.
Oh yeah, that's call it all off.
Relate.
To my bedroom floor. Yeah.
Melt into my
Melt
bedroom
into
floor.
my bedroom
Yeah.
floor. Yeah.
Me too.
So pretty much
Me
that's
too.
not how I'm trying to feel this year.
Maybe that's why I don't date, because of your music. You've made it sound like a terrible, awful experience.
You know what?
Like, I'll avoid that.
You know what? I so can see that, and I apologize.
That's fine.
And what I'll also say is I'm trying to move away from that.
Okay.
The songs are written. That time of my life is over. I want to go on fun dates this year.
Okay.
I didn't do that last year.
Maybe I should join.
What's your ideal first date, both of you?
So I think that for a first date, I would ideally love something like an activity to do, but nothing crazy. Like I don't want to be like doing anything wild.
I'm not
Like
rock
signing a
climbing.
waiver.
Yeah, I don't want to be
not
rock
rock
climbing. But I would love to
Signing a
like
waiver.
be playing. Yeah, I don't want to be like skydiving. I would love to be like playing some kind of game, so like you don't have to just be
Yeah.
like staring at each other talking the whole time.
Okay.
Like playing
Yeah.
like a little game, going on a walk, something like that. Something really chill and fun.
Nice.
Agree.
What about you? So you the same?
When I say I don't date, guys, I have had situations. Like, I'm not a loser completely. But yeah, the first like meeting up with someone you've never met, not a bit of me. But if I had to, if I was forced, oh god, maybe like pottery painting.
Okay, yeah, that's cute.
Wait, yeah, I would love to like do painting. I love to paint
Yeah.
sometimes in my free time. I think that would be like a really fun first date.
Yeah.
Sitting on my bedroom floor painting,
Yeah.
but not in a depressed way.
Yeah.
You know, like
In
in
a
like
nice,
a
happy
cute,
way.
like we're
More
having a
cathartic.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
I would like
that.
to do something like that.
I like that.
Like something a little, not just like dinner or like drinks and where you're just sitting there like.
food. I can't imagine eating in front of someone for the first time. Because I'm more focused on my food
Yeah.
than this person
I
sitting in
like
front of me.
eating in silence as well.
Such
So it's like
silence.
trying to have
That
a
is nice.
conversation.
Oh yeah,
It's just
totally.
like, yeah.
And then it's like the weird, like, okay, now I'm chewing and I don't want to speak right now. And
Yeah.
now you're chewing and I
Yeah.
don't want to hear you speak right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the same about going to the cinema or the movies.
Well, that's a bad first
theater.
date.
So
The movie
awkward.
theater?
You're not
Is that how you-
talking.
It's
like,
terrible. You're just sitting there like,
Yeah, like crunching the popcorn, I don't know.
yeah.
You don't want to speak, so I think
No.
that's a bad
That's a bad
date.
first date. It could be like later on, but not for
Yeah.
first. I think
maybe
like an
like-
activity,
Yeah.
something exciting and fun
Yeah.
and to talk about.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I think that would make good songs.
Thanks so much.
No
Maybe,
worries.
so I'm going to tell you right now my next project that's
Yeah.
coming out, really, really sad.
Okay.
Like,
That's okay.
I would say like one of the saddest projects,
Oh.
saddest few songs I've written.
Oh.
Yet after that, I think it's going to be a little more upbeat.
Hey,
good.
because they sound happy as well. So I'm there like, this is, and then I listen to them.
I know,
like,
that's the thing
oh.
about my music.
is
It's
sad.
like you can jam out to it until you listen to
Yeah.
the lyrics and you're like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best
no.
type of music though.
No,
Thank
it
you.
is.
Thank
obviously,
you.
I love it.
Yeah.
But what's your favourite song actually that you've released? So obviously, we'll know.
I go back and forth all the time. Usually it's my most recent. I do love Nauseous, the one I just said, because
Yeah.
that's like so fun. Like it is like
Yeah.
whatever, sad or whatever. But it is fun. It's like sad or whatever.
Sad.
But I think in the long run, I really like. I like Coming Soon because I
Yeah.
think that one is such a moment in time for me. And then 9 months because I was able to write from the beginning to the end of that situation all in one song. So
Yeah.
it's kind of nice to be able to just like listen to it and have the release at the end. And I love to play that one. That's like by far what I favorite to
9
play.
months is such a story. Because I remember listening to it for the first time and I was like, okay, where's this going? And then I remember like the bridge. I don't know music very well, so that's the wrong word. Sorry.
You do?
Thank you so much. Bridge came up and I was like, oh, such a release.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
yeah, this is good.
It is. It's a really fun song. I mean, it's sometimes really hard to play because it is so like brings back like a disgusting thing, but it's fun at the end.
That's what I was going to say. So when you write from your personal experience, when you're performing, do you not find it difficult to have to relive those experiences, or do you completely shut it off
I
sometimes?
do find it difficult to relive those experiences. This is another thing that I've talked to some of the artists that I've toured with this year about, because that's not something that I had been doing. Especially the songs Infinite Jest and 9 Months are like, they're about the same relationship. I don't know what accent I just said that in. Relationship.
Relationship.
They're about the same
Thinking of the accent.
relationship.
That was kind of good.
Actually, thank
Sorry,
you.
that was kind of good actually.
Wait,
Not you being British.
We've said
Don't encourage it.
We've said some really on this podcast before. We have offended a few American people.
why? What have you
Because
said?
He said, honestly, sorry guys, gonna bring it up again.
No, bring it
He
up.
said that American people I mean, we were generalising, sure, don't tend to do the best British accents.
In comparison to how British people do American
But then
accents.
I don't know. It's a sensitive subject.
Well, okay, I could totally agree with that. I think that basically every American accent I've heard people from here do is pretty good. It's like a little exaggerated, but it's good.
Yeah,
like you'll be like, "Oh, that's so awesome!"
Awesome, guys,
Awesome,
rock
guys.
on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, okay, that wasn't great.
guys.
But actually, like when we went on tour with Declan and his whole crew, like my band and crew, we had like a few shows right before that, and we were gabbing away in British accents, like, and it's so like a habit I do when I'm feeling like a little awkward,
Yeah.
or if I'm gonna ask someone to do something, I'll be like, "Hey Eden, can you grab that for me?" Like something
Hey,
like that.
Not
It's
bad.
good,
Not bad.
though.
Really?
It's actually good.
Wait.
Not bad.
Oh my gosh, I have butterflies.
Not bad.
And when we were like getting close to tour, we'd be like, we have to stay vigilant. No one use the accent. So we're like, we don't want to offend them. And then like very quickly at the beginning of tour, like we were using the accent because
Yeah.
it is very awkward, or like you're really trying to like make a great
Yeah.
impression. So like we would slip into it and be
Yeah.
like, fuck. And then we had like a conversation with someone in their band and they were like, no, we were nervous we were going to offend you with our American accents. So then it was kind of free range.
Yeah.
I love
But
that.
their accents were way better than ours.
Okay.
I think it just goes back to that same fact of we have so much American TV and
Yes,
at
no,
our
for
disposable.
sure.
It was the
Disposable?
comments on our.
Oh my gosh.
It was funny because it was like, I'd like to see you try and do a Boston accent. I was like, all right, I'll try.
I can't even do a Boston accent.
I'll try if you want. But yeah, that was hated. But it's okay.
I think that's a
It's
strange
okay.
bone to pick.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean,
It
it was
was.
and also the thing I was talking about at the time was we were talking about a film, Bullet Train. I don't know if you've seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I know of
So
it.
there's Aaron Taylor Johnson and I can't remember his name, who does the British accent, but he's actually American. And I said it wasn't the worst I've ever heard. I was being very kind and generous. But yeah, backfired. But it's fine.
So fun.
What
Wow.
were you talking about? Your question?
We were about to introduce the Big Five. So we have this concept, this really exciting concept. So obviously
Sounds
we talk
huge.
About, it's huge. It's huge. We talk about film, TV, music, entertainment, and the Big Five is basically where we ask our guest what their Big Five is. So it could be favorite films, favorite TV shows, favorite musicians, favorite books, favorite theatre shows. But what are your like favorite 5 things in those categories? Not like 5 from each, but just 5 in general.
It's
Okay.
hard.
It's
And this
very
is something
hard.
I did read when I was prepping for this, and then I was like, "Oh, I'll just think of them on the spot." But
Yeah.
like, of course, it's like my brain's blanking.
No, it's okay. I understand.
So I'm gonna go "Melodrama" by Lorde for an album.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That record I think is just like one of the best records of all time.
Yeah.
So what were the other things?
It
Movies.
could be a movie,
Any-
a TV show, a theatre show, a book.
Okay.
One of our other guests did a poem. It's
Oh,
one of
that
his
was
Big
sweet.
Five.
Oh, that's so cool for
No,
them.
he brought
Yeah.
it in like a framed picture. Shout out to him if you're watching. And I was like, oh.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't even put poem on the list. He
Yeah.
said, oh, poem. So
Okay, that's a little much.
Yeah, yeah. So that was
Some of us didn't come with a printed out framed poem today. Okay. But I can say "Melodrama" by Lorde.
Yeah. True.
I would say I love for a play. These are kind of like basic classics. I'm just gonna go with. I love Mamma Mia.
True.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You know, it just hits.
Off camera, Heather.
her
She is happy about that.
Okay.
Loves it.
Okay. TV shows. So I'm gonna say this because I'm here,
Okay.
but I love Heartstopper.
Oh,
This is literally our No, guys, Heartstopper means everything to me. I cannot express.
No,
how
I agree.
much
Wait, I agree.
This show means to me.
It changed my life this summer.
It did.
I was on my
I
headline
love
tour and I
it.
was on a break and I was like in this really weird place.
Yeah.
And I watched Heartstopper. Like, it actually fundamentally changed me as a person.
yeah.
I started to believe in love again.
Yeah.
And then I entered what everyone in my life called my love era.
Oh, I
and
love
so this whole second leg of tour, like, sorry if you were on the first leg because I was in a weird place, but if you were on the second leg of tour, I was like, woo, the whole time. Like, me and my friends would just, like, talk about love all the time and what it means, all because of Heartstopper. It was just like,
nice.
I've
It was very organic. Like it was, and I like that it was. Sorry, if I lift my arm, if I have a hole in my top that really I didn't want anyone to see, and here I am like, okay.
I haven't seen it, but now I'm
okay,
really aware it's there.
Don't look at it. It's huge as well. I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep this on. I don't care. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. Yeah, like I love how it was. Joe Locke hadn't acted before, and it was very like natural, and I was just like,
it was so organic. It felt like hope encapsulated in a TV show.
No, it's so good.
Like, so happy for like the future generation being able to grow up with shows like that.
Same.
I'm just so happy for that show.
Chills again.
I'm very happy that was your answer.
Full body chills again.
We love. I really would like to get some of them on, guys. If you're watching,
you have to get them on. Have you read the little books?
No, we're supposed to. I wanted to buy them, but
you should read them.
Haven't. Did you read the like comic-y version, or did you read the novel version, like the written?
They are like comic-y.
Yeah. Okay.
So I read that. They're graphic novels. And I read all of them, so I actually do know what happens.
Spoilers.
I'm not saying anything.
See, that's what I don't know if I want to have a.
No, but it's different. It's fine. It's different.
Oh, okay.
I'll still be very happy to watch the show.
Okay. That's good.
I'm excited.
So are you guys like Charlie or Nick?
Oh, what was that? My throat just made a weird noise.
I did hear the noise. I was gonna ignore
that.
Thankfully, you pointed out.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear anything.
Charlie or Nick?
Oh. Is that the two leads?
So you love the show?
No, what do I want? Who do I prefer, or what's the question?
Whatever you just pick one.
Nick, because I feel like he's going through it a little bit.
He's going for it?
Going through it.
Oh, going through it. Oh,
Charlie,
sure.
Okay.
Charlie.
Yeah, Nick. I don't know. I feel like he was struggling a little bit, but
it's. I don't know.
Kit Connor was such a good choice for that role.
So
I can't lie.
Literally amazing.
No, like it was
literally
such
amazing.
A good pick.
I can't wait for season 2.
Especially if you look at the graphic novels, like he actually really looks like the written character. Yeah.
No, they're just so cute.
No, they're perfect.
Them. We went to see a play that Joe Locke was in London in this tiny little theatre, and I was just like,
oh my gosh. Okay, star.
Yeah, I know.
Plays
and he was in it with Will Gall, who plays Tao. Mm-hmm. So they were in it together.
Oh, I know.
Really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know.
Sorry.
I love it.
Literally checking me on my knowledge. I'm so sorry. Yeah, but it was really good. Really happy for him.
Amazing.
So those are 3 so far. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is also, I feel like I'm going really basic. I'm going really basic on purpose, everyone. I do read, consume cooler, better things, blah, blah, blah. Something that was formative to me, though, and that I used to reread every summer was Twilight.
Slay.
Thank you.
Slow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
No,
I'm glad this
thank
came
you.
up, honestly.
I'm so glad about the way this is going.
Okay, me too.
So which is your favourite book? Which is your favourite film? Who's your favourite character?
Yeah.
And all the other questions I can't think of right now.
Okay, so my favorite book is...
Why is it making this noise?
So scary. It's
so everything is so exposed in front of the mic too.
I'm glad I can hear this from my actual ear. I can't even hear it through my headphones.
No, but I'm hearing all my noises too. I'm like,
carry on talking about how amazing Twilight
so
is.
Twilight, my favorite book is definitely probably the first one. New Moon, no. So I will read pretty much when I would do my yearly reread, I would do Twilight, then I would skip the entire first 90% of New Moon, read the last 10% where Edward comes back.
It also is the worst film, for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely no question.
It's terrible.
Eclipse, probably my second favorite. And then Breaking Dawn, I like, but I don't love when it switches to other people's perspectives. I think I really prefer when Bella is narrating. And then I don't know if you guys have done Midnight Sun.
No, I've bought it for £1 in the charity shop. But I haven't read it yet.
You should read it. So it used to be the first 13 chapters of it were on Stephanie Meyer's website because someone leaked it. And so when I would do my yearly reread, I would usually read that to cap it all off. So
is that from Edward's perspective?
It's from Edward's perspective, and it's just the first book.
Nice.
But yeah, so my favorite character is Bella.
Of course.
I'm Team Edward.
As you should be.
I'm so happy about that.
So happy.
Yeah, and I like the books more than the movies, but the movies are fun to watch.
Yeah.
Movies are so fun to watch. Do you have a favorite scene in any of the movies? Sorry,
I know what yours is.
I know.
What is yours?
Mine's the baseball scene.
Oh my gosh.
Iconic.
And when Muse is playing
Yeah,
too.
it's like
Exactly.
what's it called?
Supermassive black hole. Yeah.
I listened to that on the
I had such an embarrassing moment this year. I think I was on tour with someone and that song came on and I was like, this is the song from Twilight. And everyone was like, this is Muse.
No, we were
It's
in
like,
the
this is
car.
the Twilight song.
This is the Twilight soundtrack. What do you mean? My mum listens to this specific radio station, which is like indie and cool.
Okay, Mom.
She's cool. And I remember listening to it and I was like, oh, Twilight. And she was like, huh? And I was like, what do you mean, huh?
What are you
This
talking
is so
about?
obviously Twilight. And she was like,
The Twilight soundtrack is amazing. They've got
Oh my
Bon
gosh,
Iver,
it's
like,
incredible.
it's so-
Paramore's on there.
It's on there. It's
Robert
stunning.
Pattinson. I'll wrap you in my arms.
Yeah, okay, sorry, he can sing and play piano.
So sorry.
But yeah, my favorite scene is probably, there's something about this one scene. I don't know why, like, it's not really even a scene. It's just a scene where Bella walks away from her truck and she tucks her hair behind her ear.
no.
But it's like classic, where she's walking through the school parking lot. Classic. And then I also love, classic End of New Moon. When she runs
hug.
across
Yeah, to like.
the fountain and
The
everything.
only valid part of that film.
Yeah, incredible.
Facts.
Breaking Dawn is honestly really disturbing to watch because of the way they've made Renesmee look.
I don't know why they did
Nickname
that.
my daughter after the Loch
Ness
Ness
Monster.
Monster. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, wait, that is the worst line. That's
there's
she
a
says
lot-
it in such a
no, yeah.
crazy way. It's like
Yeah.
her voice goes 10 octaves down.
No, she literally just growls for some reason. No, I actually really hate a lot of the dialogue.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but it's awesome.
It's
And
iconic.
Renesmee's weird eyes and
Yeah,
entire
the CGI.
falling
they
in love with a
used.
whole-
Yeah, they
man.
missed the mark on the CGI.
Yeah.
I know their budget was big as well.
It was-
By that
know.
point, it was fucking huge.
I know,
Yeah, it's probably the
yeah.
biggest budget ever.
Yeah.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing.
Valid,
what's
though.
what's your final?
Oh, my
thing?
fifth and final thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've said a book. I've said
Album. You had Mamma Mia. What was the category? Was that under theatre?
You haven't done a movie.
Oh yeah, a movie.
Do you
I
have a
haven't done a
movie?
movie.
Give us a movie.
Okay, yeah. Okay, a movie. One of my favorite all-time movies is I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is again like kind of just like one of my favorite movies from childhood. Get Smart with Steve Carell and Anne Hathaway.
Ooh, I haven't actually seen that.
love
Okay.
Steve
But I love
Carell.
Anne Hathaway.
It was
so-
just like
one
some
of my
I love Anne Hathaway.
She's just everything.
She actually is everything.
She is.
I am
Oh,
such an Anne Hathaway girl. I'm so
yeah.
happy. I feel like people didn't like her for a little bit.
They didn't, and I don't know why.
I don't know why either. There's nothing not to like.
She's literally everything.
Yeah, she is.
Oh,
So I would say that movie is one of my, it's just like an all-time favorite and something that I also really love the soundtrack to. This is a little tip. If you're ever playing board games, like, I don't know if that's what you call them here, board games?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. You put on the Get Smart soundtrack, which is like very like spy-like music.
Okay.
And it always directly correlates with what's happening in the game.
Okay.
Like there's just something about it. It's kind of magical. Yeah.
We should watch Get
Yeah,
Smart. For
you
one
should.
of our
We will.
future
It's, like,
episodes.
funny.
We'll
Yeah.
do it for the next one.
Yeah.
This is gonna be niche if none of you have seen it, but I watched So Undercover the other day.
Oh, I love Sound
for the first time
I've been-
ever, the Miley Cyrus one.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
It was honestly a little bit of a traumatic experience. Like
Why? You
I
didn't
loved
like
it
it?
so
Oh,
much,
okay.
but not because it was good.
Oh.
Well, yeah. Well,
It was the
nostalgic a little
yeah.
bit.
No.
You didn't like it at all?
I loved it.
Okay.
It was
I'm
just
just struggling.
Yeah, I think I'm
course.
missing something.
there was just a lot like watching it at this because if I'd watched it when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have even batted an eyelid at like what was
Oh,
going on.
okay. Yeah, I watched
But
it when
some
I
of
was
the
young.
things that were going on, I was like, and that what makes me laugh is that we've spoken about this before.
Yeah.
Where films are rated, like the age rating, and
Mm-hmm.
they could get away with so much more.
Yeah.
When they were younger, this film was like a PG, I think, and the stuff they were saying, I was like, right. So you want to show 6-year-olds this?
Yeah, I think a lot of stuff also from that time, like the 2000s and 2010s, is like, or like early 2010s, is like so overwhelmingly offensive.
Yeah.
Like
so.
my friends the other night, I went somewhere else, but my two friends I was staying with, one of them lives here, they wanted to watch something really British. They watched Bridget Jones's Diary.
That is
which
British.
is like so classic and I love that. And then they were like talking about it and they were like bringing up like, there kind of says like some stuff. And I was like, Yeah, well, it was definitely a really brutal times for women in film.
Because I feel like now when you hear something like, ooh,
No,
say that
totally.
now, but like I wouldn't have when I was younger watching it. I probably would have been like,
No, exactly. She's like 32, and she turned 32 in the movie, and she's calling herself a spinster. She's like, I'll never get married. I'm so fucking old. Like, blah, 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 blah.
32.
But she's 32.
You're in your youth, love.
Literally the prime time.
Like, please. Like, and it's so funny thinking back, because when I first watched it, I definitely didn't think that. I was like, yeah, she's got to get married.
Like, she needs to get a husband and bear children.
Yeah, no, literally.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Like, why am I saying that's exciting? I was thinking of, like, you saying you're going on tour, because I feel like we should wrap this up.
Sure. I mean, I'm down for whatever.
So I was going to say, to wrap this up, do you have anything you want to promote for right now? Obviously, you mentioned you're going on a tour. Do you have any music coming out? You just had a single come out.
Yes.
So where can people find you, and what's coming up for you?
So I do have a good amount coming up, actually. I have a single coming out on February 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Putting it in my diary.
And then some more music to follow immediately after, so really quick after, which I'll announce that day. And then some tour dates will be announced then too. So I'm super excited about that. So yeah, kind of a lot coming up right now.
Yeah.
And all my stuff is just under my name, Annie DiRusso. Yep.
Perfect.
Linked
Links
down below.
Yep.
On the screen, all of that stuff.
Of course. Thank you so much for coming on this podcast.
Thank you for having me. This has been so fun.
God, come
Honestly.
back next time you're here. Do you have
Literally-
any more plans? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to Dishoom tonight, which everyone has told me is like amazing.
Everyone talks about the Shoom, so
I know.
it would
People
be
in the
wrong.
U.S. talk about Dishoom all the time too.
Yeah.
Like basically everyone I told I was coming here was like, you have to go to Dishoom.
Do you know where you need to go?
Where?
To Oaxaca.
Oh, Daddy.
Sorry, it's really good.
It is really good.
It's
What
really
is it?
good. It's like Mexican, like Tex-Mex.
Okay,
Mexican
someone
street food.
recently yesterday told me the Mexican food here is not good.
Apart from Oaxaca, I promise you Oaxaca's good. But the thing is, because you live in like Nashville, New York, I feel like you have better Mexican food there. Why did I have an American accent there for a sec? Better.
I didn't hear it. I didn't even hear it.
Better.
Oaxaca?
Oaxaca, W-H-W-A, I can't spell. So just Oaxaca.
I was going to say, that does not sound right.
It's not. I can't lie.
This is
Oaxaca,
You told me to put
WH.
W-H-W-A.
Wawa.
W-A-H-A-C-A or something.
Okay, that sounds like
Literally,
right.
dot.
Yeah.
I don't have any recommendations for you after that.
But yeah, enjoy the Shoom.
Thank you.
How long are you in London for?
I leave in the 19th. It's 2 days.
So sad.
Thank you for fitting us into your
Oh
schedule.
my gosh, it was lovely. I'm so
Literally.
excited. I also haven't been to this area yet, so and
welcome
everyone
to
keeps. This is Shoreditch, right?
Yeah.
Everyone tells me to come here. Everyone told me it was like the Brooklyn of London.
It's like
Yeah, that's
the
what people say.
creatives and
That's what people say.
okay.
East.
And literally anytime you're in London, please feel free to come on the podcast. You're more than welcome.
And I will. I'll definitely come back.
And
I'm
I'll
sure of it.
begin.
After coming here, I'm like, I have to come back.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so much. I think tell everyone you know. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're actually worth it, guys. Give us a chance.
I'll tell everyone I've ever met. Yeah.
Everyone, thank you.
Thank you.
I think we're gonna like we want to go trip out of the UK
Yeah.
and meet people there. So that'd be really fun.
We want to do a season in New York and a season in LA.
Oh,
and
that's
have
perfect.
guests.
What about Nashville? That's weird.
Would love to do Nashville as well. Like,
That's
you guys
really,
love
that's
country
really,
music so much.
No,
That's really fucking weird.
we should do a Nashville season.
I mean,
as
I'm
well.
down.
Yeah.
I'll
So we'll
book
do-
it.
I want
I'll literally
to.
book you everyone.
Thank
All my
you.
friends are musicians in Nashville.
Thank
Who do you
you.
want?
Everyone.
Everyone and
And I'll
anyone.
give them to you. I'm not friends with any of the country musicians.
That's so fine. That's so fine.
I feel the judgment about the country music.
No, I'm not judging. I'm just so surprised. Do you guys listen to Russ and Kelly ever?
No, I haven't.
Unless it's on the playlist and I'm not sure about it.
Listen to it.
Oh, well,
Okay.
I will.
Thanks so much.
I love it.
Casey Musgrave's ex-husband.
Oh,
love Casey.
Love Casey.
Did you like the new record?
Spacey Casey. What was the new one?
I did. I'm sure live.
Oh, we get it.
With
She
the
comes to
live.
the UK once and you get a ticket and I don't. I don't think I've listened to it, to be honest.
I don't think so.
I think I'm still salty about her doing one show.
Oh,
Yeah, it's okay.
it's not so easy to play in London all the time. Some people haven't even done it yet.
Don't worry, I'll be front row. I'll be like, yeah. That
Can't
works
wait.
for me. Yeah, we'll let you know when we're in Nashville.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait. I'm ready for the Nashville season.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
gonna be so fun. But yeah, as I said, thank
Sorry.
you so much for coming. We have really talked your ear off, but it's been very fun.
I love to talk. It was perfect.
Okay. I'm
Perfect.
glad
Thanks for
you
having
enjoyed.
me.
Of course.
Thanks for coming.
Of course. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode, definitely make sure you follow As Seen In. Like, comment, subscribe, rate us on all the streaming platforms. Check out Annie's music. Everything will be linked in the description below. Check out her new single. And make sure to stay tuned so you know when she's going on tour and when more music is coming out. But apart from that,
That was a lovely long outro from you. I
just
loved it
wanted
so
to make
much.
sure people
it was
are
great.
informed, you know?
And if you're listening, make sure you watch on YouTube.
Yes.
Because everyone listens and no one watches. So rude.
And there's so much to
Rude.
see.
Like there's
So much to see.
Do you know what you're missing out?
I know this is a podcast, but we really want to see you guys.
Yeah.
So come see us.
So yeah, do it. Okay. Well.
But yeah,
See you next week.
We'll see you next time on As Seen In. Bye.
Bye.